Today is actually Martin Luther King's birthday. Today is, yes, we'll celebrate it on Monday, although I don't think anybody actually celebrates or observes Martin Luther King Day. It's not a racist thing because nobody celebrates President's Day, and all those guys were white guys. So can't be racist, can't be sexist. I love this. This is perfect for us. We ignore the reasons for all of our really good holidays. We ignore the reasons for Memorial Day. We ignore the reason for Labor Day. Okay, Columbus Day I forgive. You know, I understand. President's Day, we never do anything on President's Day except hold white sales, and I think that would be inappropriate on Martin Luther King's birthday. Or maybe it would be actually very, I don't know. We don't even take a minute to realize why there is a 4th of July. Or that it wasn't for 11 additional years after the reason for the 4th of July that we got the reason that makes us wholly unique in the world, and that's the U.S. Constitution. I bet you that's like, people go, really, was it 11 years? Yeah, it was 11 years. Just jot that down. So the next time you're drunk at a July 4th barbecue, you can say, well, this really isn't an American holiday, you know, because we didn't really become Americans. That made, you know, the thing that made us unique is the Constitution. They didn't have for 11 years. And then you can get into some political argument with some guy drinking beer, and you'll find out why you should never talk politics over alcohol. Never. But yeah, we ignore all these holidays. We ignore the reason behind Christmas, for God's sake. We're starting to say Jesus is the reason for the season, but we don't actually observe anything that would, you know, reflect the life of Jesus unless you think finding the absolute most adorable wrapping paper had anything to do with that man. Then I don't know, but, you know, and we've had 2,000 years to forget those reasons, so, you know, I'm not surprised that we don't remember that today is Martin Luther King's birthday, or that we don't understand that we're going to not actually observe it, and we won't observe it either, until what, like next Monday? Is that the day? Yes, next Monday. I don't know why they moved it from the actual day. It would be great to have a break in the middle of the week, but okay, we're going to do it on Monday. And the only thing you'll know is you have the day off and the post office is closed. That's what you'll know. But today is actually Martin Luther King's birthday, so let's not spoil the birthday with a fight. Okay, kids on the debate? Okay? All right, debate team? And then next Monday, we will observe the fact that we don't have to go to work. That's what we'll do. That's our plan. I'm sticking to it. No, but, you know, okay, so here's what's going on between Hillary and Barack. I guess people are hearing our voices that are screaming from the mountaintops, from the molehills, from the mighty Alleghenies, all the way out there to the wildfires in California. We are screaming for them to stop. To stop. We are done with it. Hillary and Barack Obama have got to stop. This is the most amazing. I mean, they're taking a sure thing and they're turning it, you know, like what could be the 1-2 punch. They're turning it into an absolute unelectable two candidates. Now, tonight, though, I do want to say tonight, two good things about our debate tonight. You know, I hope you're voting in Michigan, and I hope you're voting for Dennis Kucinich. And here's a beautiful story. You know that MSNBC is hosting the debate tonight, the Democratic presidential candidates debate. And MSNBC had invited Dennis Kucinich, and what you may not know is they disinvited him. That is the most rude, they invited him, and then they said, forget it, ignore the invitation. We don't really want you at our you know, big debate. And so Dennis Kucinich went to court in Nevada and asked a judge to please intervene, which I would love to do every time I'm dissed by, you know, some door guy who's 20 years old standing behind a velvet rope. You're not on the list, you're not on the list, but I was invited to this thing. Well, maybe you were disinvited. Oh, sure, it's all fun and games being me until the guy is 22 years old and he becomes the doorman owl. Randy who? Randy who? Randy who? Oh, then it's just so humiliating, isn't it? Just happened to Paris Hilton. Nothing to be ashamed of. But, yeah, I mean, how could you invite somebody and then disinvite them? It's just about as rude as some 22-year-old doorman somewhere in some, you know, supposedly happening club turning you away at the door. I mean, it's the most amazing thing. So he went to court, and the judge said, you have to let him into the debate. If you had never invited him, that would be one thing. But you clearly invited him, and then you decided that he keeps winning the debates, and he does. All the polling after the debates clearly show that Dennis Kucinich is the debate champion. And so they disinvited him, and the judge said, you know, I'm sorry, but you have to let him in. Well, now, NBC this morning, they woke up and the judge's ruling was in, and they're trying to appeal it. So I'm waiting to see if Dennis Kucinich is on that stage, or if somebody can tell me whether or not NBC is... Listen, can I just tell you this? The one thing you do not want are news networks making the decision about who is going to be in a presidential debate. If there is anybody on the planet, I do not want making decisions about which candidates I can see on my TV tonight. It is a TV network, okay? I mean, when I heard that MSNBC was hosting this political debate, I mean, I was just so relieved that it wasn't, merged with American Gladiators, and that the candidates aren't going to be forced to have nicknames. Like Dennis Kucinich would have to show up as, Progresso, and Edwards would be Liberati or something. I mean, it's just like, it's so, I mean, this is amazing. NBC is making the decision to exclude Dennis Kucinich from the, Dennis has to go and get a court order to be able to take part in an American Democratic debate. Now, if he is on the stage, I want to tell the other children, give the other children a chance to play. Give John Edwards a chance to play, and give Dennis Kucinich a chance to play. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, we're supposed to be, lucky that they didn't make it, merge it with American Gladiators. Barack and Hillary would have to joust with those giant Q-tippy things. What are those? I don't even understand it. So, I don't know. I'm either going to watch that or a repeat of Deal or No Deal. I don't know. It depends if he's allowed him.
Don't forget American Idol's on tonight, too.
Yeah, but I have a DVR. I have TiVo. I traded in Steve-O for TiVo. So, yeah, I mean, you would think with the writer's strike still on that NBC would want anybody that brings original material. And you can't get more original than Dennis Kucinich and John Edwards. And Hillary and Barack are going to say the same thing over and over again. Sexist, racist, sexist. Now, they've declared a truce, apparently. Barack Obama did a press conference. I guess people are paying attention to what we have to say, and we've been saying the only one that can end it is Barack Obama, and that he needs to say something. So he did. He made a little 30-second soundbite, and he said that Bill and Hillary have consistently been on the right side of civil rights. Thank God, because I wasn't sure if Bill and Hillary had spent the last 35 years burning crosses on their lawns. Now I feel better. See, this should never have been started in the first place, And I just hope they don't waste time tonight in the debates sniping at each other. Because look at poor Dennis Kucinich, you guys. Some people have to go to court just to get included in the debate. You were like, you had the velvet rope parted for you. Don't use up all your opportunities now on sniping at each other. Or we'll make you fight the rest of the thing with a 300-pound steroid case in silver spandex. Can you believe a 300-pound steroid case in silver spandex gets to be on TV, but Dennis Kucinich has to go to court for it? I mean, this is it's a great democracy. It's one of the best democracies. And of course that's why when Bush goes to Saudi Arabia or to the United Arab Emirates, he thinks their democracy looks just like ours. Because it's getting harder and harder to tell the difference. So Michigan voters in the Democratic primary, which really isn't a Democratic primary at all, you can do two things today. You can either go get a Republican ballot and screw up their primary in Michigan by voting for the absolute worst possible Republican candidate, which I will admit is a very difficult choice because the Republicans have done the best job of saddling themselves with difficult choices and the worst possible candidates. Or you can use your vote and go to the primary in Michigan today and request a Democratic ballot. And when you get it, do not write in a candidate or they will toss your ballot. They're not counting write-ins. Don't write in. Therefore, you're going to have to select from the choices given you. And the only choices that will be on the Democratic primary ballot in Michigan today is Hillary Clinton, Dennis Kucinich, Mike Gravel. He's not running. Uncommitted, which is good if you're a 40-year-old single white guy, I guess, dating me. I just can't commit. I know.